When you're talking about the GOAT, I know that these two guys qualify for two of the best in college football matchup on Saturday. You know them, Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. They're second and third among active coaches in win percentage at their current schools, and only Urban Meyer is higher. But Jimbo has a slight hurdle to overcome. Saban is 10-0 in his career against former assistant coaches.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Not even close.
Not even close.
You can't snatch the pebble, grasshopper.
Saban just out there like this.
Nope. You cannot snatch.
Nope, didn't get it. Let's talk about the similarities maybe between these two guys. We know they're familiar with one another, but what makes them similar?
Their upbringing.
Yeah.
I mean, you came from a small town in Georgia. I came from a little town in Kansas, Salina, Kansas, Snellville, Georgia for you. They came from small towns in north central West Virginia.
West by God.
Coal mining towns, hard-working towns, blue-collar towns, towns where people got black lung. I mean, and people died in the mines. So they came from a generation where that sort of work ethic mattered. And to me, that's what they have most in common. I mean, you see it in their faces on the sideline. You see it in the way they coach, the intensity. That, to me, is the string that runs through both of their backstories.
And if you go to a practice, if you're going to an Alabama practice or a Florida State practice or in any other practice across the country, because we've been to tons of them.
Yes, sir.
There's not the two more guys that are more intense and more grind their guys and will absolutely demand the best of you. And if you don't give them the best, they'll give you some choice words. I mean, they'll put you on blast in front of your whole team, and that's okay to them. So that
because that's what their dads did.
That's what they did. That's their personality. That's where they're from.
But isn't it crazy that they've been able to maintain that with the youth, the different generations? I mean, they still completely respect both of their coaches. When I was at Florida State's practice, I remember Jimbo getting after one player, and he looked away from him. The entire team stops and goes, "Look at him, like right now. Get cussed out face to face."
Right.
Which is always
take your medicine.
Take your medicine.
Yeah.
It's respect thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you compete at a high level and you want the best from yourself, you want the best of yourself, then you respect the coaches that can bring that out of you. And, you know, we've been there. We've had those type of coaches. You know, I had one in Bo Schembechler. He was a guy who was a grinder. You know, he was a disciplinarian. But because I wanted the best out of myself, I knew he could bring it out of me. I respected what he brought as a coach. So if he was, you know, angry, if he was mad, if he was disappointed, if he was cursing at a player, cursing at another guy, cursing at myself, you understood he did it out of the love that he has for you because he's trying to get the best out of you. He wasn't being demeaning for the sake of being demeaning. And I think that when you look at Coach Saban and you look at Coach Jimbo Fisher, their players understand that this guy's trying to get the best out of them. He's doing it. Outsiders may not understand it. They may not even like it. But they know he's doing it out of love for them and trying to help them reach their potential. And that's the biggest difference because it's not easy. It's not easy to get that from coaches and translate that to players where they understand that.
Especially this day and age.
Oh, that was this generation.
When everybody's a five-star coming out, you have to be like, Des, I love you. You're the best receiver in the country. All right, you're here. Get in line.
Exactly.
And you know what? Get in the back of the line.
That's right.
You ain't worth a flip right now.
That's right.
Get your booty in the back of the line.
Well, we'll see whether or not Jimbo Fisher can break through. Maybe it'll be, what, 10-1? Do you think? Grasshopper, you think you can get the pebble? Don't make your pick now. You got to wait for game day to see if you're going to snatch that pebble out of his hand. We've got the GOAT. We're right in front of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You see them. They are getting the field ready.
Is that Gene? Did he go back in there and start painting?
I don't know, but yeah, maybe?
Maybe.
We're going to get Gino off the set so you can stop dealing with all your mess. Florida State taking on Alabama.